And later in high school, I decided I really wanted to dye my hair blue. And my dad, who's pretty conservative and traditional, he's from South Mississippi, he warns me, "Gal, if you dye your hair blue, people will judge you." I later realized he had a point. Blue hair would be a litmus test. Certain people would judge me negatively. They'd think of me as weird for having blue hair. But other people would judge me positively for the exact same thing. See, people use the label weird as a way to judge people who are different than them. We make judgments all the time about other people. We judge each other based on hair color, skin color, size, weight, shape, height, what kind of clothes we wear, what kind of jobs we have, what kind of celebrities we're obsessed with as children. People make judgments all the time about other people. And I've thought a lot about this and wondered, why do people make all these judgments? So, I put on my Sherlock Holmes detective hat, and I think to myself, look back on the origins of human evolution. Tens of thousands of years ago, we lived in much smaller societies, small tribes of people. We would only know the same 100 or 200 people our entire lives. In a world like that, we judged other people, especially when they didn't look or sound like us. In that type of world, someone who was different often was a threat. But we don't live in that type of world today. See, now, with the increasing pace of technology, we come in contact with people from around the world all the time. People who look different than us, people who sound different than us, people who were raised very differently than us. And that's not a bad thing anymore. That's an amazing thing. But the problem is we still have this hard wiring of the way that people have evolved. People use that label weird, right, as a way to judge people who are different than them. But I don't believe that weird is bad. Our weird is our strength. Our weird is that magic spark that makes us different and special and freaking awesome. It's our individuality. It's our unique talents that we bring to work and to our lives. If we want to build a kinder, more inclusive world, the path towards together lies in embracing our weird so that we can embrace everybody else's. Weird is the way forward. How might we embrace other people's weird? How might we practice overcoming all that unconscious bias from caveman days that makes us judge other people before we get to know them? And in doing so, would we become more kind, more compassionate, more accepting of other people? I believe the answer is yes. But first, we got to be kind and compassionate and accepting of ourselves. We got to embrace our weird so that we can embrace everybody else's too. And the first way that we can do that is so embracing your weird, it's got those 4 parts. It's got curiosity, compassion, authenticity, and allyship. Embracing your weird starts with getting curious about ourselves and those things that we've been made to feel ashamed about or judged for, the things that we've been made to feel weird about. It means offering ourselves self-compassion and accepting our authentic truth. And it means being a good friend and ally to ourselves. Embracing their weird, it extends those same 4 principles towards other people. As we begin to have more open-hearted and curious conversations, we can begin to understand people, even people who are different than us, and accept the authentic truth about them as well, and we can show them compassion. And once we have that basis of curiosity and compassion and authenticity, we can also be allies for other people who are different than us. So much of the anger and the anguish and the distrust and the bullying of other people, it's often a reflection of those judgments that we have towards ourselves, what we've been made to feel weird about and ashamed about. We all want to belong. quest for belonging, this need to fit in with a group. Something else my inner Sherlock Holmes has thought a lot about. Back then, in ancient times, if you didn't belong, if you weren't a part of that group of 100 or 200 people, if you were seen as too weird, if you were seen as too weak, not good enough, if you were seen as too weird to be part of that society, you could be cast out from your town or tribe. And in a world like that, it could literally mean your death. So when we think about inclusion and belonging in our workplaces and in our daily lives, we can't forget that there is this deeply human part of us that needs to belong. If we want to build a kinder, more inclusive world, we got to start with ourselves. We have to show ourselves love and compassion. Because in the words of RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here?
Amen.
Yes, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Y'all, life is too short to hide your weird. We got to start from a place of self-compassion, and we got to extend that compassion towards other people. We have to seek to understand the pain that other people have felt and seek the common humanity in that pain. It's not a question of whose pain is greater or less than, or whose pain is more valid. This isn't the pain Olympics. To feel pain is deeply human. And our pain can come from so many different sources. But the way that we as human beings feel pain is so similar. Our weird, it's so often the thing that we've been made to feel ashamed of, the thing that we felt judged by other people for. But what would happen? Instead, we thought of our weird